What's up, guys, and welcome in. So I wanted to give you guys a energetic framework on how to approach problems. This is something that I got during one of my journeys, and it's something that's been extremely helpful for me personally. So I'm going to share that with you guys, and this is assisted with me disconnecting from things that are heavy in reality, right? Whether we're talking about individually or collectively. Right. So I want you to think about a global problem or a personal problem, whatever it is, right? We could probably think of multiple different issues or concerns individually. We could probably think of issues and concerns collectively, right? As a planet, right? All these different things that are going on that we can fixate on and be like, I don't like this thing. This is terrible. And one of the things that I came to realize during this journey is that this experience is very much like a library. I want you to think of the problems as books, right? Instead, when you're in the library, you have the option to pick up the book and spend as much time on the book as you want. You could spend months, years on one book, right? Or you could kind of flip through it and go on your way. This is very much how like issues in reality work, where it's like you can hyper fixate on it if you choose to. You also can glance at it and be like, this isn't really my vibe. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go pay attention to something else, right? The way something in reality permeates your experience, right, is by fixating on it. Your attention is currency, right? You can think of it as payment. I want to pay this particular thing in reality to be more prevalent, be more, you want to experience it more, right? A lot of people don't really understand that that's what's happening when you hyperfixate on something that you don't actually prefer, is that you look at the thing, you're like, I don't like this, and then you get swept up in all of the emotions that don't feel good about how you feel about this thing, right? And the not feeling good, that emotion, that energy and motion that happens, that not feeling good is what lights up the thing that you're fixated on, right? So it's paradoxical in a way, because the things that you don't actually prefer, when you hyperfixate on it, starts to become more prevalent, or the general energy of it, the general theme of the energy, which is the energy of something that you don't prefer, may show up in a way somewhere else, right? It may show up with a different cover, a different face, a different, it looks different, but it's the same issue. It's the same problem. It's the same emotion. It's the same, it elicits the same emotion, right? So all of these things, I'm not saying that, hey, just ignore issues and problems. What I'm saying is that this place, it's like if the prison doors were open to a prison, right? But the prisoners didn't know. So the prisoners are in prison, all the doors are unlocked, the guards are gone, but they don't realize that the guards are gone and the prison's unlocked. So everybody's kind of just there, unconsciously, right? But in reality, you can just leave. You don't have to pay attention to this thing, right? Now, if it's something that is like you're really entrenched in the emotions of it and you just can't seem to disconnect from it, then now you're presented with the challenge of, okay, this is something I don't prefer. How do I feel good, or at least get to a neutral point, even though this is something I don't prefer? Because the way that things dissolve is by first feeling okay. You have to occupy the frequency of feeling okay and feeling at peace with a thing before it changes, right? You have to feel good before the good happens. And sometimes that's very difficult when a lot of stuff is happening that you don't actually prefer. So I understand that this is, I'm saying all of this stuff, and it's a lot easier said than done, right? I'm just talking mechanically here, that this is something that's possible, right? I've done it. I didn't really have a choice. I was presented with some stuff, and I didn't prefer any of the stuff that I was presented with. These are issues and problems in life that I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this thing, right? And the more that I leaned into, I'm gonna feel okay about this stuff, even though I don't know how it's gonna work out, right? And this took a while. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this thing, but me being in a state of stress and anxiety and fear 24/7 is not healthy, and it's not doing anything for me. It's just creating more problems, right? So I noticed that more issues would pop up, more things that I didn't prefer would pop up when I was in that state. As I disconnected from being hyper fixated on issues and problems, and started looking at everything as kind of like neutral, and just being like, okay, I don't really know how this is going to resolve itself, but am I in immediate danger right now? No, I'm not in immediate danger. That usually gives me something to go off of, right? Am I in immediate danger right now? Am I presented with immediate danger? Is it in my face? Is this something that I'm gonna have to like fight off right here, right now? I don't have nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? If it's something in the future, it's not happening right now. So you don't know what's happening between the now point and the point that you're thinking of. So that's really important when you're in front of an issue, but you don't really know what you're gonna do, right? It's there's an issue that's like around, but you're like, I don't know what to do, but at the same time you're like, it's not really affecting me right here and now in the moment. It's one of those things that's like it's like a projection of fear, right? Like, this thing is over there, and I or it's upcoming, or it's there's some distance between it. So it's not happening in the here and now, right? And if you're not in immediate danger, that's usually where I start. Is like, I just need to like relax. I'm not in immediate danger. This is something I don't prefer, but I'm not in immediate danger. There's an infinite amount of ways that this thing can resolve itself, right? And that kind of keeps me in, it checks me before I get, before I go off the deep end, right? So I hope you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm saying here with this information. This theme of my life, like this area that I'm talking about right now, was very challenging for me, right? Because it's like, well, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do about these things? Like, there's so many things that I don't prefer right now. What am I gonna do about it, right? But I really had to I had to be in it. I had to be basically cornered energetically with this thing, in order for me to just be like, you know what, I'm surrendering. And that surrendering provided me with answers. So if you're faced with something that you don't actually prefer, whether it's personally or if it's something in the world you don't prefer, I'm not saying that to completely ignore it, and I'm not saying this thing's not going on. What I am saying is that the one thing that you're in control of all the time is how you feel, right? Something may trigger you, but it's your body, it's your emotions. You are the one that is in control of that. So the more that we dial in on understanding how to control that energy and motion, right? And understanding like, hey, I don't want to hyperfixate on the problem, right? I'm feeling this, it doesn't feel good, but we don't want to hyperfixate on it, because if I hyperfixate on it, that's not going to do anything that I want, except create more of what I don't want. So I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.